Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Jason, and today I'm going to be doing some replay casts for some of these matches that we've been missing for the last few weeks, for some of these patron teams. And we're going to be doing Modo Miracle versus Late Game, though, from, I believe it's from 1 to 2 weeks ago, but either way, we are live here on Battlefield of Eternity. First on the left, it's going to be Modo Miracle. Troth is going to be playing the Artanis. Rob Wins is going to be on the Li Ming. Hype Curtis on Lucio. Hobbs is going to be playing the... boy, I don't recognize that skin. Is that's Greymane. Aha, that's why. Not used to that alternate Greymane skin. And Macrakazak gonna be on the ETC. Meanwhile, on the right, already filing on into the mid here. Late game, though, the Juggler is gonna be on the Kel'Thuzad. Murad is gonna be on Cassia. We're gonna have, wow, that's loud. I'm sorry, give me just 1 second, guys. Not expect that to be so darn loud. Oh, it's the old replayer. That's why. Turn it down a bit. Sorry. Not bad. Old replayers don't have the normal sound. Fonzie GG is going to be on the Diablo. I think we already got Murad on the Cassia. Treve is going to be on the Rhaegar, and up on the top here, Ghost Dunk. Finally rounding it out with Ghost Dunk on the Sony. Well, there, intros are done a minute into the game. That's a good start, right? Start. You're right, they are flipped. Good call. I was trying to look for Ghost Dunk for that, but lucky for me, I've got the anti-trolling tool for the casters. Boom! Alright. So let's take a look at this right away. We got some... Whoa, those talents, though. Right, because we got them at the top. Yeah, I'm a little out of it, guys. Replay casting is a little different for me, but either way, Ghost Dunk up here against Troth in the bottom lane. 4v4 should be being won by the side of late game, though. They do have the superior sustain in lane with the Lucio. Rhaegar will struggle a little bit in that department, especially in the early game. Level 4 healing totem, it can be a bit of an equalizer, and then later on we see some of the other options for him as well, with the level 13 talent for the extra sustain. But in the early game, it's going to be kind of rough here. I'm not drunk, 100%. I don't drink ever, but just a little bit late tonight. Starting a little bit later than I'd like, but that's all right. We'll be good. We're gonna do a marathon for replay casting. But we are going to see the Immortal spawning here. Right away, Greymane actually rotating to the bot, which is nice. Hobbs doing a nice job of timing this out along with the Immortal spawns. So while we do see the side of Modo Miracle prioritizing the Shaman camp first. Pretty good call. We'll be able to pick this up right around the same time. So each team will have some lane pressure, but of course these Shaman camps can pretty much push infinitely, where no, the spear thrower is not quite as strong as that shaman. Well, we are going to see priority here from the side of late game, though, as they do rotate up. Ooh, but a ton of damage coming down onto the Greymane. I was going to have to back out. Macrakazak not going to be able to get out in time. And that's going to be first blood going over to the side of Modo Miracle. Drunk casting as a team. Oh, Ribley. We've talked about it, but I said the same thing then that I'm going to say now. How's that? I'm just a little discombobulated from all the stuff going wrong. But I can pronounce discombobulated, so you know I'm not drunk. But anyway, we are going to see nice zoning here coming out from Modo Miracle. They have Cassia down here doing some nice damage to the Immortal. But ultimately, it's going to be an advantage here for late game, though. They do a nice job of tearing their Immortal apart up there. Oh, but Ghost Dunk being caught out a little bit here. Combo not quite hitting the way the Juggler might have liked there on the Kel'Thuzad. And we are going to see some aggression here from Modo Miracle. They were not winning the race, so makes sense for them to go ahead, try and come in here. Sometimes it can be a little bit easier to actually get on the other side, but oh, Greymane! It's completely dominated there by Murad. In there. That fend. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be the designated caster. That makes a whole lot of sense, Ribley. That does not sound like a fun time for me at all. But we do see the defense continuing here as slowly on the other side for Modo Miracle, Ghost Dunk is chipping away at the Immortal, but inevitably, with the low death timers here, late game though, we'll come back, get some mana, and we'll be able to finish this off. So first Immortal, we'll be going over to late game though. It should be pushing in that top lane.
Victory through righteousness.
Decent anti-sieging here from Modo Miracle, especially with the constant threat of those combos, that extra damage from the chains. Yeah, it's a really rough spot to be in early in the game. Later in the game, it can be a little bit easier, but especially with Rhaegar, he can have a really hard time sustaining in those situations. You do see that Shreve has gone ahead and gone with the healing totem, which is a good pick. But Makrakazak is coming in here, trying to set something up. Fonzie GG getting low will actually find Hyde Curtis there on the wall, but the response is good from the side of late game, though. They're going to punish him for that overextension, and the Immortal is going to slowly chip away at this fort. And that's going to be the first fort in the game, going over to the side of late game, though. Getting a nice advantage from this first Immortal, and that's really what you're looking for here early in this game. They do a nice job of going ahead and getting that. We'll see a little bit of a rotation here to the bot. Troth a little bit low, but Ghost Dunk playing pretty carefully, not wanting to overextend or get too caught out here. So go ahead and do a nice job of that. And for now, we're going to see each team just rotating out, prioritizing these camps in the top and bottom. And we'll probably end up pushing with that. Each team also having one member to go ahead and soak. There's going to be Rob Wins down here and actually going to come in and go ahead and face check the bush. That's okay. I mean, it's just Li Ming who has probably the most amount of abilities to not have to face check. That's all right, you know. Go ahead and just face check that bush. We will see the rotation here from late game, though. They're going to go ahead and head up and get the clear. Take a look at some of these talents so far. Cocktail build coming out from the Greymane. No big shocker there. The cleanse coming out for the Rhaegar in response to this ETC. And a lot of CC and displacement over on the side of late game, though. So I really like that. We do have the Poison Spear. I believe this is before it was nerfed. Somebody will have to help me out with that, but I actually don't know what the nerf was. But this game was at least a week ago, if not more. I'm actually not sure whether or not that was still nerfed at the time, but either way. Oh, and Ghost Dunk actually getting swapped out here. Level 10s are coming in for the side of late game, though. And Ghost Dunk's going to have to be careful. He will go ahead and back up. Gonna see the suppression, or no, not the suppression bolts, the Purifier Beam coming out for Artanis, along with Disintegrate. We're gonna see the Cursed Bullet, Sound Barrier, and the Mosh Pit for the side of late game, though. Level 10's right around the corner, and a pretty decent spawn, actually, for Modo Miracle. It leaves them the opportunity to get some of the burn here, and they do a nice job of getting at least some of the burn. They're going to rotate down to defend, and now they have their level 10s. They have Lightning Ball, Apocalypse, Ancestral Healing. It's going to be Shadow Fisher, and the Wrath of the Berserker. See the defensive posturing right out the gate. Both teams clearing up those camps out in the other lanes. Disintegrate coming down to try and start this off. But we do see the chains coming down, and we're going to see a huge root on Makrakazak, but the Sound Barrier is good, and in response, here comes the huge mosh pit, but they're still able to blow up the ETC, the sustain. just enough for the side of Modo Miracle. They come out, they get a huge kill on the ETC even during that mosh pit. And I thought that the sound barrier in the mosh pit was going to be enough in the middle of that team fight, but Modo Miracle proving me wrong there. They're now going to be able to rotate up and get a nice advantage, but actually Artanis ends up falling as they turn him over, so maybe trying to be a little bit too aggressive going after this. Hype Curtis taking a lot of poke and harass. Oh, and the chain onto the Glacial Spike, the juggler. Juggling Li Ming around this map, ragdolling her. And they are going to be able to get a second pick there. So we are going to see some of the members of late game, though, trying to zone, trying to get them off of this Immortal. But Doggy can run. Shriv able to get out of there. A ton of damage coming out onto Murad, though. Cassia ends up falling. Fonzie also getting very low. Now a bit of an overextension for Modo Miracle here, but Ghost Dunk will spear in and get the last of that damage. Hype Curtis actually helping him get away a little bit there with the boop. And for now, it's going to be a 1-for-2 exchange in the middle of that there. But a lot of extra XP there for Modo Miracle. They get some big kills, and we're going to see the portal spawning here in the bot. So we are going to see right away the Immortal pushing here. Not going to get a ton of value. They weren't really able to follow it up. They were too low to quickly rotate, try and push with it. So at the end of the day, this is going to have a little bit of extra clear value, and you know, just not quite enough to make that happen down. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have my alerts set up in this screen.
Rock. UDUBABYYYYYY.
What? Why? Let me bring up my Twitch alerts real quick, because I will replay it. We'll go back and we'll do it after the game, but I don't have any alerts in game at the moment. Dendy Smasher with a $25 donation. Damn, dude. Dendy, thank you, man. What the heck? I mean, I'm doing me. That's you know, that's all I do. Thank you, bro. Damn. All right. Anyway, we are gonna get back into the game, and late game though. Still clearing here on the bottom. Still trying to control the map here. We will see the quick rotation once again by Modo Miracle. They're doing a very nice job of prioritizing the camps over here. And we'll see actually the rotation back on the other side from late game though. So both teams gonna grab these camps right before. We'll have the split pressure, and we'll have to see whether they want to prioritize clearing these out in each lane. Looks like that is going to be the move here for late game, though, and it's on the other side. Modo Miracle maybe looking to, yeah, they are going to go ahead and rotate down the Sonya to clear. So for now, it does give them a little bit of a window to try and get some damage, but instead they're going to rotate down, ready to defend here. They do have a pretty decent defensive comp. They don't have quite as much race, I think, as the other side does with the Artanis and the Grey Mane, so I kind of like this call. Li Ming also, especially with that Q build. Oh, but the nice damage coming down. Good combo, and Artanis will end up falling even through the sound barrier. So again, the side of Modo Miracle able to burst all that damage right through. Be able to get just a ridiculous amount of burst through the sound barrier, through the healing, and just nothing that late game though can really seem to do to really defend against them. Incredible amounts of damage. Meanwhile, Ghost Dunk is up here getting some nice damage with that Wrath of the Berserker, and the rotation coming in hard here from Modo Miracle. They charge in onto Hobbs, and Shriv is gonna get a little bit low here. We'll be able to rotate back in, get them healed up, and halftime gonna be procced here by Modo Miracle. And a very nice spawn for them too. But they're actually going to go out to defend. An interesting call here. They could end up getting more kills and farming a little bit, but And the race potential is really good for late game, though, so I can see their call. And again, McCrackazak. This gets completely blown up in that Kel'Thuzad combo. Ridiculous amounts of damage. And they're once again gonna end up, it's gonna end up paying off for them, this defensive posturing. Robwins is trying to get in here to get the poke damage out, and Fonzie's gonna have to end up backing up, but it's gonna be too little too late, I think, for them to try and race this, and it will indeed be an Immortal going over to Modo Miracle once again. Not a lot of shields, but this time they're in a much better position to push with it. So this hurt to play, and now it hurts to watch. The spoilers, man. But that's okay. I actually don't remember who won this match, and I'm hoping this is the first one. It didn't list which one was the first match, but Hype Curtis trying to speed his way on out. McCrackazak actually getting in to try and zone for him a little bit, but the side of Modo Miracle, they have dedicated 5 to this bot lane to go ahead and push in, and the ball lightning actually coming out along with the APOC here. Sound barrier to try and help them sustain, but McCrackazak getting caught out here will slide through the team, actually gets the 3-man mosh, and the turnaround. Hobbs comes in, gets one killed, the reset also in here. And now Murad getting very low, he's gonna go down. More resets coming in, not that Robwins has the mana to really be able to utilize it. And oh, the damage coming down, they're so low. Many members low on both sides. Troth hanging on to just barely any health. And Fonzie GG somehow makes it back to the safety of his fort. My goodness, these teams, it's getting scrappy. But level 16 in here for Modo Miracle. They do get the fort off of that. But not much else. Not much else. Do we play in Div C? That was a great mosh. Bendy man. We don't play in Div C, but I don't know. That mosh did remind me of something, that's for sure. I can't quite put my finger on what, but maybe we should ask our fearless leader Dankstrom. But we do have Modo Miracle here rotating up. Ghost Dunk is gonna have to get the heck out of here. As members of late game though missing big time on the map right now. But they're up here getting this camp. We're gonna see them painting the map blue a little bit. Nice rotations. Without the 16, they don't really want to force anything, so they're just gonna rotate away from Modo Miracle. But now, of course, they do have the 16s. They can decide to go force something, so they're gonna go and grab the camp and force Modo Miracle to respond here. Very nice macro play coming out from late game, though. Still a very even game. I would say it's still anybody's game to take at this point in the matchup. We've been seeing some excellent blow up from Modo Miracle. Late game though, gotta try to find something to try and disrupt that combo. Kel'Thuzad, if they can maybe hit a swap on him or get somebody in the back line to really harass him, that's probably going to be their best bet. But right now, the burst damage from Cassia and Kel'Thuzad just too powerful to deal with. That front line, they've just been blowing people up. I see McCrackazak sliding in and hitting another 3-man, but this time it's interrupted. And we are going to see Hype Curtis being the first to fall there. McCrackazak on the backside falling. The Juggler taking some harass from Troth, but he is all alone in no man's land back here. Actually walks away from that Glacial Spike, and the fend is going to be enough along with the damage here. Rhaegar actually getting the final hit, but again, very nice team fight from Modo Miracle. They come out, they're able to split up the members of late game though, interrupt what could have been a very impactful mosh pit there. I didn't see what interrupted the mosh pit. It looked like it was a movement thing, not really a, I'm not actually sure. It seemed like he got knocked back somehow, but I actually didn't see exactly what it was. But either way, it was a huge interrupt there. Ghost Dunk, though, taking a lot of damage. Robwins, but the combo comes out, and the 2-man. Oh, my God. The Juggler is just dominating this one. And Kel'Thuzad. You know, Kel'Thuzad as a hero, I put him in the same category as a Nubarak. It's very scary to play against when you got somebody that's really good at the hero. But if they haven't quite mastered it and they're just okay, he's not super impactful. But when you got like Kel'Thuzad or Alarak mains, especially on a map like this with these stun circles and the displacement, it can be incredibly scary. Yeah, exactly. Where did they go? I don't know where they went. Into the twisting nether or something. We are going to see the side of Modo Miracle taking full advantage, though. Very nice spawn for them. Hype Curtis actually booping Fonzie on into the stun there, but they'll get a couple of globes and then a little extra sustain to go into the lane with here. Minions are sitting back here on the fort, so they're not going to have that right away to help out as this Immortal spawns in the top lane. But this is a moment for Modo Miracle to really take advantage. 20 minutes into this game. It's been pretty even thus far. They have an XP lead, but not a talent tier advantage here. So they've got to utilize this fully shielded Immortal to really be able to pull away, get 20. And Rob wins, taking all kinds of harass. We're actually going to see the panic sound barrier there coming out from Hype Curtis there, trying to make sure that Li Ming didn't fall. But now they don't have this cooldown for this actual defense. As the side of Modo Miracle pushes in, the shields are gone. The Immortal itself still pretty healthy as it pushes in towards this front wall. And we see that the Juggler trying to set up there with the Glacial Spike. But the side of late game, though, playing this pretty passively, trying to be careful here. Ghost Dunk is going to come in on the backside, though, with that spear. Eats the cursed bullet. But ultimately, they do a nice job of sustaining on the back end. Murad getting low. We're going to see the Storm Shield coming out. Level 20s are here. And right now, late game, though, looking to take down Fonzie. Oh, but the combo, once again, the return damage from Juggler is going to be enough to peel them. And we're going to see them walk away here. They have 20, but they didn't want to force there. Down a couple of their heroics. And, no, you know, it makes sense to not overextend there. The 20 advantage is strong, but it's probably not really strong enough to push into a keep if your opponent's got good counter engage. So for now, it's probably just safer for them to back off, start painting the map red. Now the side of late game, though, they got to be playing for one thing and one thing only, and that is level 20. So we are going to see the rotation here into the bot lane, clearing this up. Got a camp to clear down here. Both teams rotating out their own separate ways for the moment. All these cooldowns slowly coming back. 44 seconds, though, still on Ancestral. It's going to be a while before Modo Miracle really feels like they're comfortable to truly engage once again. We are going to see the Immortals spawning here pretty soon. No chance that late game, though, is going to have 20 in time for this, though. So that makes it kind of difficult for them to really come back in this one. It makes it hard for them to contest. And that's kind of a rough spot to be here on BOE. You do not want to be at a point where you cannot contest the Immortal. We're going to see the late game, though, is Immortal spawning here in the top. On the side of, and they're just going to jump right onto this one. We are going to see late game, though, rotating in, looking to get some poke out, looking to at least try and deter them. And they do successfully push them back here. I think that could have been an opportunity for Modo Miracle to go ahead and force the level 20. But when you stop and think about it, at the end of the day, they don't really have to do that. But they will force from the bottom end, though. So taking the fight on their own terms, a 4-man Mosh coming out from McCrack Zach, but the Juggler takes that as an easy opportunity to get a kill. Stationary target in the ETC. Rhaegar is going to go down. The resets are coming in on the other side, though. After that Rhaegar death, Cassia falling. Ghost Dunk is going to stay alive. Gets the shield. And, oh, man. Ghost Dunk caught in no man's land, but Rob wins. The poison damage ends up falling just barely. Oh, it's crazy, crazy match going on right now. 3 for 3. We get all of that, and it ends up in a 3 for 3 match. What just happened?
Red team has destroyed a fort.
But Meanwhile, in the top lane, while we're all distracted, the shaman camp was able to get a keep there. Nice dividends for Modo Miracle. A smart macro play, you know, they had that split push pressure, so forcing the fight, keeping the side of late game though busy. And we're gonna see most of the members coming up here in time for this. Li Ming gonna be down for a little while longer. Sonya's not gonna be here in time for this rotation, but pretty strong shield on this Immortal. Pushing into the bot lane. There's also the top lane pressure that late game though has to really worry about. So this is a pretty rough point in this match for late game though to have to fight back from. You see the Immortal pushing in here. Most of the front wall is gone, so that's a nice plus for them. As the gonna go straight to the keep. The shields are gone, but the keep is getting chunked here. 25-minute Mortal. And we're going to see the side of late game, though, doing what they can, but we are going to see the Glacial Spike, and Greymane gets blown up. Two-man Mosh interrupted there. And we're going to see the keep falling as well. And here comes Modo Miracle. Bonji trying to come in, trying to catch somebody. Does find himself a Lucio, and that's that counter. The Diablo easily able to find Lucio trying to wall ride something. Nice flip over by Fonzie to get the Artanis. And that is going to be it. Game number 1 here on BOE. Going over to Modo Miracle. Very strong win for them in game number 1 here. All right. So we have a little bit of business to attend to here. I didn't have my alerts up, but here we go. We'll just go ahead and give it the replay. Dendy Smasher. $25, man. That is insane. Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
UDUBABYYYYYY.
For some reason, that reminds me of a song. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but why? But thank you, man. You are the bomb. For those of you who don't know, Dendy and I have been on the same team for quite a while now. Two different teams in a row, actually. Consider him a close internet friend. As close as friends can get on the internet, you know. Give me just 1 second, guys. I need to figure out what the heck my authenticator is. Because that's the life of doing replay casts. It's not easier or harder. It's just different. All right. Of course, you don't even... Nope. It says no. I swear, Blizzard, this is my account. Let me back in. Gotta reopen the client so we can get the other replay rolling. There we go. So I believe, well, the way it was listed was that BOE was the first game and Towers of Doom was the second game. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's how we're gonna cast it, so. Got the second one opening up now. Make sure these teams are on the same side here. It was pretty back and forth for a while there. Modo Miracle making a couple of pretty decent macro plays. You know, good camp timings. That late game though kind of let slide. Got them some extra advantage. They were able to beat him to the 20, which is a pretty strong advantage. Yeah, we do have the teams on the same side. Modo Miracle looking to make it a sweep. Taking a look at these comps, scary. The Genji and the Greymane and the Anubarak. Quite a lot of dive over on the side of Modo.
Prepare yourself.
And you know, since I introduced them incorrectly on each side last time, let's do it correctly on this time. On the left, late game though, Hype Curtis is going to be on the Uther. Hobbs is going to be on the Falstad. Troth on the Arthas. Rob wins on the Kerrigan. And Macrakazak on the ETC. On the right, Modo Miracle. The Juggler is going to be playing the Genji. Murad is going to be on Greymane. Shreve is going to be on the Lucio. Fonzie GG is going to be on the Anubarak. And Ghost Dog on the Leoric.
Let the battle begin.
Let the battle begin. Towers of Doom, one of these classic maps that are pretty non-standard compared to most other MOBA maps and most other maps here on Heroes of the Storm. A lot of interesting and unique strategies can come out on this map, and it's never quite over until the fat lady's singing, as those final shots are heading to the core. We are going to see, once again, standard 1-1 here in the top. What you would expect from the solo laners. This is an interesting solo lane matchup, though. Falstad, the ranged hero. Leoric, of course, the only having the ranged ability of Drain Hope, and there it is. With Hobbs able to quickly barrel roll his way on out of trouble. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, both teams rotating. Combo connecting there for Rob wins. But they do a nice job of turning around and getting some solid damage out onto him. Nice camp priority here coming out from Modo Miracle. They instantly rotate out to grab these sapper camps. And spawns right at the 1 minute mark. So we're going to see on the other side also Froth and Robwin doing the same thing. So teams looking at those sappers, looking to get a little advantage in the bot lane. Hype Curtis doing what he can, but you know, Uther wave clear, am I right? We'll see both camps marching down here, but positional advantage for Modo Miracle. They also have two members that are not with them here, either in the mid for Hype Curtis, where we have Kerrigan, of course, coming back after hitting the B button. So we're going to see the side of Modo Miracle having a pretty easy job of clearing this up. However, they're losing some serious XP in the mid there with not having anyone to soak. We will see only one of those pumpkin sappers making it through. Dealing a decent amount of damage there, though. Well, rotation to the top here. The Juggler trying to get the finishing kill there. Will be able to take out Falstad, and that's a pretty good gank for the side of Modo Miracle. It's well timed with the altars activating. Now, of course, Falstad should have, or will have fly up, so can rotate directly to one of these points. So nothing really to worry about for late game though. But level 5 going to be picked up by both of these teams. Looks like for now they're going to elect just go ahead and trade these out. Focus on the bot. Speaking of the bot, Fonzie GG charging in. Shreve pretty far out, trying to get some harass on the back end, but now the side of late game though, playing this very patient, backing up, repositioning. Hype Curtis actually caught out a little bit here, rotating through the team, but a huge slide from Macrakazak there to follow up the Howling Blast. So all of a sudden, the side of Modo Miracle was standing still a lot more than they were moving, as they were trying to punish the Uther, and they do get the punish on the Uther, by the way. So ends up being a 1-for-2 exchange. More importantly, late game though, able to get those 4 extra shots onto the core. So we will see both teams once again prioritizing the camps here. Ghost Dunk trying to passively soak here. Kind of keep his eye on this top lane. Not wanting to push it out too much or risk overextending. Oh, but Macrakazak coming in. They're on the invasion here. Rob Wins has some nice AoE CC to be able to utilize in this situation. Will hit the 2-man combo, and they're able to get the follow-up there. McCrackazak sliding through, isolating 2 more. But Shreve will be able to march his way on out of there. Try and help Murad, even with the boop to get him out. Ooh, Hobbs coming in with a ton of damage. They actually kill the Uther again. I keep missing Hype Curtis dying, which, you know, the Uther death is not the worst thing in the world. It's, you know, bad for XP, and of course then, you know, he's down for a little while, but the extra sustain that you get from the Uther death is really nice in team fight situations. So, you know, if you're Uther and you're the first one to die in a team fight, it's really, you don't feel bad about it. You know, you feel almost better that you're able to heal your team up. Meanwhile, the side of Modo Miracle rotating in here on Troth. They think they found somebody who's not protected. And not completely true, but he's not protected enough. He does end up going down here. Fonzie GG taking a lot of harass on the back end of that, but ultimately they do end up with the pick from the Arthas overextension. Wow, we have McCrackazak trying to get the cast out. But the very mobile Genji definitely able to get in there and interrupt that. Let's see Hanzi GG and Rob Wins down up here contesting. Keep fighting everywhere. McCrackazak getting very low from that Drain Hope. Hobbs gonna have to also barrel roll out, and right now this is looking more and more difficult for late game though to maintain. You're gonna see the Genji casting in the bot. He's able to pick that up. Stun combo coming out onto Shri. Falstad falling to Murad on the back end. Rob Wins very slow here, trying to get out, but not quite able to get the kill there is Murad. And we'll have a second altar spawn or altar cast there from Modo Miracle. So they're able to rip back the lead with those 2 altar shots, or 2 sets, I should say. Level 10, right around the corner here for Modo Miracle. They're definitely winning the race here. They're also getting some nice damage onto the bot lane here. Both teams prioritizing the bot lane. Fonzie GG, though, getting isolated out, taking a ton of damage, is able to charge out, but now Shreve has gone in too far, and the classic trap for the support player. Tries to go in to help out, not quite able to disengage like he would like. And that's gonna be a nice XP gain here for the side of late game, though. They're able to get most of the distance caught up here that they were behind in this race to 10. Level 10 will be picked up here first for Modo Miracle. Sound Barrier, Web Wrap, March, and a couple still holding. Is there any chance this is Counter-Strike? I think so. See why it would be Counter-Strike, but it is going to be Cursed Bullet. Oh, man. Ghost Dunk and Hobbs. Oh, Hobbs getting a little bit thirsty. I don't know. The juggler, I think, might have him here. They have flight. Can he try and fly out of here? Oh, no. The cannon tower. Oh, that hurts. That feels bad, man. Yikes. I was about to say, like, you can't rotate through here. The cannon tower will get you. Dude. We are going to see Troth taking a lot of damage. D-Shield actually coming out from Hype Curtis. And it is indeed going to be the Dragon Blade coming out. Sound Barrier being procced, but Ghost Dunk actually casting on the back end. But a nice mosh pit coming out once again from McCrackazak. And the slide as well. So many members getting low here from Modo. And they end up going down. Troth, though, and Robin Wins gets completely blown up by the juggler. And once again, Modo Miracle going to be able to pick up a huge team fight win, as Hype Curtis will be the only one left alive to tell the tale. 4 for 2 exchange. Both of these altars being capped. Modo Miracle taking themselves a sizable 12-point lead on the core health. Now, heroics were picked up for the side of late game, though. Unfortunately, I can't see what they are because of this darn thing, but no, we always have this. We have Mosh Pit, of course, with the Divine Shield. We have the Gust, Maelstrom, and Army of the Dead. Oh, the silly old overlay. Oh well. While this is a nice lead for Modo Miracle, Towers of Doom is the one map where it's really just never over. So, game though has some opportunities still. We're gonna see the juggler. So look up here at Hobbs. See how much he overextends. They have 13 though for the side of Modo Miracle, so could be a good opportunity for them to try to force something. Got the camp pushing in the bot lane. Could be something that they try to push in. Like for now, they're going to rotate upwards instead. Maybe see if they can catch Hobbs out, but Hobbs was ready. Kind of positioning around the boss, almost like they were trying to debate somebody. Speaking of debating, Hype Curtis caught out here a little bit. Oh, the web wrap actually coming down to try and isolate them. But a very nice gust there from Hobbs to be able to help Hype Curtis disengage. Will not have gust though for this next phase. Right now, Modo Miracle rotating down. They're going to be able to get here well in time to stop McCrackazak on the cast. Grieve on the back end though. Going to be cancelled there, and a little bit of a zoning mosh pit there. McCrackazak not quite hitting that one like he would have liked, I think. D-Shield actually coming out late to try to save him here. The slide coming in though. Genji getting very low there, but ETC actually the first to fall. The Dragon Blade comes out, and Hobbs does end up picking the Genji, but that is all they're gonna get. 5 now for 1. Get the 1 Genji, but that is it. Shreve is gonna go ahead and cast. It's gonna be 4 more shots. Huge lead coming out here for the side of Modo Miracle. They're going to be able to get this bottom bell tower. Should be able to get the camp after that and try and push it in. But late game, though, is back up. They do have a small window here before the side of Modo Miracle gets the level 16. Let's see if they want to try to force something somewhere.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center. Use it well.
What? I mean,
They are positioned up here, and they're gonna end up starting the boss a little bit late, but they have a decent amount of damage to be able to shred this. And the side of late game though, just not really in position to try and really contest. They are gonna end up scouting this out, but just don't think it's gonna be in time. Maybe? No, nice zoning. McCrackazak actually gets in to the point in time to Gust to zone them away for a second. The sound barrier comes down along with that divine shield and a big stun. Lucio falls down first. The juggler getting low has to back out, and all of a sudden, late game though, proving me wrong big time. They're able to steal back the boss. Wait, did they steal back the boss? Yes, they did. Yeah, late game though got it. They capped it. They get 4 shots. And a big team fight win right before the triple altar phase. This is huge. A huge turning point in this match for late game though. Should be able to cap 2 of these. Genji actually cleverly rotates to the bot. Hobbs is not going to end up going down to try and contest him. They're going to be happy trading 6 shots for 5 here at this point in the game.
Gravekeeper, like all the
And getting some extra damage here in the top lane. But the members of Modo Miracle are coming back here. They still have an 11-point lead on the core, so nothing to freak out about. They do have their level 16s now. Small window for them where late game, though, does not. Go ahead and pick up this bottom camp, which will be pushing into a lane where they already own the bell tower, so could be potential points going over to them. Ghost Dunk and friends, though, rotating in here. Looking for Hobbs, trying to see if they can catch him out. The charge comes in, he does barrel roll and gust, and that is going to be enough. The cocktail, getting close, almost connecting. Could have been enough damage. Actually, not sure on the progress for cocktail. It is 5 out of 15. So Not quite as threatening. We will see the side of late game, though, rotating in time to clear these, so no extra shots going over. And I would like to see side of late game, though, pushing in a little bit harder onto these points. They see late game, though, in the bottom lane, clearing and very present as a 5-man. This could be a good opportunity for them to get a front wall, open up another bell tower. See them rotating in. Party Bush. Bush, party of 5. Or 4. Hobbs is having a hard time actually getting into the bush, but that's okay. We're going to see them rotating in, checking the other bush. Checking all the bushes. Where is late game, though? Are they late to the party? No, they are waiting to spring a trap, and they completely blow up Lucio there. The Gust coming out to try and zone a little bit as well, get them stalled up against the wall. Makrakazak getting very low off of that cursed bullet, but the slide in onto Marud. That's going to be 4 for nothing. Late game, though, springing the trap, hitting it big. They're actually going to stall the cap, which I love. Love this call. They've got a low fort down, or bell tower down here. They're going to be able to take that out and earn themselves just one extra point, you know. Every point counts here. Hours of Doom. Yeah, Modo was looking great in the team fights right up until the point where late game, though, decided to go ahead and spring that trap. And I don't know, they checked the left bush. They checked the bottom bush with that Wraith Walk, and I guess they just never expected late game, though, to be here. Either way, that does get them a little bit closer here. Within 6. And the seesaw that is Towers of Doom will continue here. 3 sappers pushing in the bot lane. Late game, though, kind of posturing, but don't really have the numbers here to actually try and threaten with these sappers. And Modo Miracle knows it. Late game, though, is definitely winning the race to 20, though. Gonna have these Storm Talents right around the time we see this next. And I love this call from late game, though. Again, this is that moment where you see 5 in the bot lane. So you gotta rotate out and try and chunk a bell tower. If you can get the bell tower, great. If not, you get it low. You get some damage out. It's progress for later, but you don't want to do nothing. You always want to be actively doing something. And that's what late game, though, has been doing all the second half of this game. And they've been able to slowly start to mount a comeback because of it. Gonna go ahead and push one of these, 2 or 3. And the third one does get through. The health of this top bell tower is extremely low. Right now, the side of late game, though, owns 5. And the boss is in play here. Quite a lot of potential points. Not lethal. They could get 14 out of the 17 if they end up winning big here.
The time is now, heroes.
And they are going to position aggressively. They're not even going to bother trying to cap their own. They are looking to force here. Don't quite have 20, but Makrakazak is trying to fight into this. Choke does get the Divine Mosh out, but the Gust, the counter synergy, it hurts. It hurts so bad. But they do end up still netting the kill onto a Nubarak and the Genji, but they're so low here. Murad trying to go in, trying to get some finishing kills. We do see Ghost Dunk with that Wraith Walk, trying to lower the damage. But ultimately, Murad will fall, and it's only Kerrigan that falls on the other side. So late game, though, able to pick up their 20s off the heels of that first kill. And again, oh, the shot calling is amazing. They're going to not cap. They're going to get the bell tower down, which means it's going to turn it into 12 shots for both of these altars. Huge play. Huge play coming out from late game, though. And they can even turn around and get the boss here if they don't wait too long. Falstad's still available. And maybe fly in. Gonna choose to walk in. And they're getting a little bit low here. Members of Modo Miracle are starting to come back to life. They're not going to contest. They're going to instead choose to go to the bell towers and try and get caught up there. This boss is not lethal. It's going to leave 1 health on the core. So, once upon a time in this match, 21-11 in favor of Modo Miracle. Now 11-1. 20 unanswered bell tower shots going over to late game though. Now it's Modo Miracle that is on the verge of getting hit by the draw here. Yeah, rip indeed. We do see the invade coming out here from late game though. The Dragon Blade on the back side though is gonna proc that Divine Shield onto Hobbs. He's trying to come back into this on the backside. Does have that level 20 upgrade, so you keep this going until he dies. The slide coming back in from McCracken. Zach Sound Barrier will try and help them stay alive. They're still getting very low, but McCracken Zach so low, he makes it out somehow. But the Kerrigan combo is going to be stalling them up here. And Fonzie GG still surviving. Rob wins on the back end, trying to get him. Artanis falling. And all the while, this bell tower has activated. Kerrigan ends up falling. Oh my goodness. Uther dies again. And that is going to be Modo Miracle somehow coming out of that with a sort of a 5-for-1 if you count the double death from Uther. It was a crazy team fight. And right before, and again, Seesaw. It is the Seesaw effect in full form here. 4 shots going over to Modo Miracle. The Sapper, one of them will survive, so they should be able to easily push the Sapper in. Camp spawning in 30 seconds. So that's going to be 6-1 on the count. This next bell tower phase could very well be a 2. I think probably should be a 2. This last one was only a 1 phase. Wow. I don't know. Stills only takes just 1 more point for late game though. They're all going to be alive. Time to salvage this. Got a couple members working on getting this bottom bell tower back. They just have to make sure they avoid losing all of them because they only need 1 shot. So if late game though ends up coming out with 2 of these bell towers somehow going into this next phase, that's going to be big because then they'll only need the 1 tap to really get it. Oh, and it's going to be the single, which is pretty huge. On the other hand, if the side of late game though fails to take back one of these other bell towers, it doesn't really matter. It's just 1 cap for 1. But they'll take the bottom. Oh, that's so clever. They're going to get the bottom, which means there's not going to be anywhere for the side of Modo Miracle to fall back to. So I wouldn't call this checkmate, but I would definitely call this check if we were playing chess. It's a big moment in the game here. We will see Fonzie GG diving in on the backside. McCrackazak hitting a 2-man Divine Mosh, but again the Gust comes out to push them out of it. Oh my goodness, the Dragon Blade coming out. Hype Curtis gets hit by the web wrap. Juggler, ooh, it's hit. Gonna be taken down, or is gonna be taking down the members of late game though. And now all they have to do is, well, yeah, all they have to do is take back 1 bell tower and cast. So they're going to go ahead and take back their own bell tower up here. They've got plenty to zone, and that's going to be enough. With only the Arthas, there's just nothing that late game, though, is going to be able to do, and Modo Miracle hangs on after losing 20 straight core shots. They hang on, and they are able... Ooh! Oh, Troth was so close to getting that back, but it is going to be GG. Modo Miracle winning the Seesaw of Towers of Doom, and what an incredibly fun match. Yeah, Dragon Blade, it did. It lasted forever. Oh, man. good. Hey, that's pretty good. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this matchup, guys. We'll be putting this VOD on YouTube, just like all the others. We're also going to go ahead and move on to the next. Uther. Yeah, Uther did the dances. Yeah, Ghost Dunk for sure, man. It was a very fun matchup to cast. Congratulations to Modo Miracle getting the domination there. We're going to be moving on to the next one, who is going to be sponsored by Rory versus Wasted Potential. So you guys, give me just a couple minutes, guys. I'll get that set up for y'all. I'll be right back.